Hello. This is the Awful and Awesome Entertainment Wrap, episode 263. This is Rajyasree Sen.
And this is Abhinandan Sekhri. And joining us today on the Awful and Awesome in our studio is Ayesha Sood. Hello, Ayesha.
Hello.
Ayesha Sood, she is an old friend actually. But more importantly, actually no, it's important she's a friend. But for you more importantly, because you don't care, she is the director of The Butcher of Delhi. What's the first two words?
Indian Predator.
The Butcher of Delhi, which is at number 1 on Netflix, if I'm not wrong. So we will be talking about that. We'll be reviewing that. We'll be talking about a film that Rajyasree had recommended.
Said like that because clearly
Yes.
it doesn't meet with Abhinandan.
Yeah, because as usual, Rajyasree has sought out the worst film that could be released on Netflix. Said, let me fucking somehow screw Niku's weekend.
It's a good film.
It's got that Ryan Gosling and all.
Gosling.
And it's got Captain America guy. It is...
Both of whom are very hot.
It's basically if a B-grade Indian film was given like many millions to make, that's that film basically. And we will be talking about a certain nude model.
Very hot. God, he's really weird.
Guess who it is? So we'll talk about
Varun Dhawan has done a nude
the
set
controversy that created. And we shall be talking about Shamshera flopping. And I have some theories as to why. But first, I would just like to remind everybody, Awful and Awesome has gone behind the paywall. We have this shorter version outside for all of you. But to listen to the full unedited version, you're going to have to breach the paywall, which you can do by downloading the app. Newslaundry has an app. In fact, there was an update day before yesterday. So the bug fixes and all have happened. It is a seamless and rather painless listening experience through our app, because you cannot listen to our paywall podcasts through any other platform because we cannot prevent it from going out to everybody. Or then we have to pay Apple 30%, which you don't want to do because you pay to keep news free, not to keep Apple free. So let's start off with Ayesha Sood. Ayesha Sood was the assistant art director for Monsoon Wedding. Yeah. She was the assistant art director, which was about 5 positions ahead of me because I was a production assistant. Which is true. You are being very sweet.
In the hierarchy, yeah.
On the set.
On the set, yeah, possibly. But that's because I'd been on different sets before.
How long did it take you to make?
So we started developing, researching, I want to say April, May of 2020. Vice had already done a bunch of work on it before that. So there were months of research work before that.
So Vice had already decided to take the subject and then they brought you in later.
So yeah, Vice was sort of playing around with a pool of ideas, pool of stories. And I think Netflix had kind of agreed to and were keen on this, and they sort of had some kind of handshake. And genuinely at every stage I was like, this is not happening. It's not going to happen.
It was really gory. That reduces your number of people who's going to watch it. You realize that, right?
I don't know. I mean,
I know 2 people who stopped watching after the first episode. When that...
I find it that gory.
That
You know-
sound...
you know the
Dude.
thing-
But you in any case...
But you know-
I watch very gory.
No, but I'll tell you what. See, I don't really watch gory stuff, okay? But the thing for me is a lot of it, if you watch it carefully, it's suggested. It's the knife goes up, you don't see what it
you
touches,
don't see.
right?
It's a sound.
It's suggested. There has to be some way that you confront the brutality of this, because not only is it brutal, nobody knows about it. Police don't care about it. So
Right.
for me, a lot of it was to understand ki itna violence, itna level ka violence.
There was no more footage of that guy? That was it? Just that one clip that you guys used?
Yeah, and this one with his head covered, he walks out.
Right. No,
Not
but when he's
speaking.
talking
When
to the
he's
camera,
not
when he when all those mics, he gives it back to them.
I mean, this is part of the problem, right? It's in a certain class where there's no archival only.
Right.
It's part of
Which
the...
is why many of the others, like the Nithari, not the Nithari, the hanging, that family.
Burari.
Burari, and the other one, there was one more which we had reviewed.
That boy, the Ryan International.
Yeah, there was a lot of footage of that.
Usme hai.
But in this, there was just that is the only clip of
It's
that
also
guy.
more recent, I think, that's why. But there is one thing I feel that for people like this, which is why a lot of people become serial killers and want to get caught, right? Because they want to be famous. This is almost like attaining the kind of fame that he wanted to
No,
attain.
I mean, like, so I asked, so the Dr. Vaya, the psychologist said, she's like, you're completing his
Yeah, because to me,
his-
that's what I was thinking.
life's dreams. You're making it happen.
So I don't remember reading about this in the papers at all, and I'm a big crime buff, which is not
When in
normal.
2006, you must be in school, no? That's
Yeah, I was 12, but I was a prodigy. No, I wasn't. I was here working, but
I was like,
yeah.
I was like,
His age
you know,
really badly.
no, like my math is so bad anyway. I was thinking, what?
No, also she's 8.
Did you have any Bengali creative directors on this show?
Well, I'm half Bengali. Or
Now
part
to
Bengali.
his Jack.
No, but half. Luckily that half. Because right now we are talking about your show,
Yeah,
which happened in Delhi.
yeah.
But whenever the Bengali in the house, they will say, in Kolkata.
Ah,
there was- like, we are not fucking talking about Kolkata. Are we
I'm
talking?
talking about
Are
a
we
killer,
talk-
no, in
Are we
Calcutta.
talking about any serial? Any show we do, it has already happened in Bengal. Fucking.
It has usually happened. Did I say the show has happened? I said a killer.
No, then you start going into the detail of he was hanged last month. No one cares.
No, people care. You don't care because you have no
Talking
GK.
about Delhi, yeah.
Idiot. Don't encourage
Is
it.
is the show called the Kolkata Butcher?
It
It's not.
Bengali men are usually too lazy to kill people serially. They'll do one, they'll rest for 20 years.
It has come to me from someone who was involved in the Sacred Games that working with Netflix was a nightmare because you don't want to say that. Of course, they had told me that both for Netflix and for Anurag's team because there's too much of attempt at controlling the creative process. Now, this format of interviews repeated from different people, music, which is, it's almost a formula for true crime. Do you feel that? Did you kind of conform to a formula like that? Was it given to you? Or you think that is the only way to do true crime where you have no footage available?
So I come to this genre as a total like fan. I come to it like having watched all the Netflix stuff, and it's my guilty pleasure. Like I like to watch all the serial killer ones and Innocent Man and whatnot. So I feel like it maybe it's a certain form, but I can't say that I was like forced to follow it. I think also. I mean, okay, it sounds Netflix and it sounds very large and all, but like we were a pretty small crew doing it. We were quite rushed.
And did it have to be like 3 episodes? Or
That was
that your
definitely a
choice?
Netflix mandate.
It had to be 3
It
episodes.
had to be 3 episodes. We did go back and forth a lot. I wanted 4 to be able to tell that story in a certain way.
Burari was 3
Burari was 3.
episodes. Ryan, I've forgotten what
Ryan
that
was
was.
one.
But
One
Ryan was not,
just a one.
But was
documentary.
Ryan commissioned by them? I don't think
No,
so.
No, I
Burari
think-
was.
That's
the
what. So
only
I
one,
think
yeah.
since the India docs have been
Huh.
commissioned, I think it's 3. I don't know why.
You haven't spared the police. Was there any pressure to that you have to make the police look good? Because every true crime show makes the fucking police look good, and that just pisses me off. Because I'm not saying they're all bad, but they do horrible things. And what really pissed me off about Delhi crime was they just made the Delhi police look like this wonderful
That
organization.
was a
which is not.
total
It was a
PR
fucking PR job.
I mean, that's fiction.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
It
totally
wasn't fiction. Right, okay.
but I think, for me, it was rather to sit and, like, I judge them. It was important for me to get them to say it. For them to be like, this is how we did it. This is what we did.
One thing that does come out well is that, yes, the circumstance they work on, like when they go in search of the head,
Khopri.
and he keeps saying khopri.
Yeah.
So फिर ना खोपड़ी इसको जगह बाजू तो मिले खोपड़ी
No, even
तो-
when he says, और फिर मिल गया. And he looked so
Excited that he
excited,
found-
and I was like, this is not how happy you should seem.
I mean, what were the other challenges that you thought were the most remarkable that you want to share with us while making this?
I mean, one big one is that the lack of archival material, right? Like if you see any other documentary, I mean, abroad, whatever, their archiving sense is so strong. Farmers' protest happened. One of our main locations was going to be Azadpur Mandi, which had been shut down.
Oh damn, shit, man. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we couldn't fly drones. Remember there was that ban on drones. You couldn't
Yeah.
take drones anywhere. CBI caught our drone one day. flying around. Then,
So how did you get that Azadpur Mandi shot later?
so we managed to get 1 day of drone in the whole thing, and that day there's a murder in Azadpur Mandi. So we were like, I mean,
हमारा battle
when you see films or fiction, or you see like whatever, Marvel or whatever, the origin story can be very neatly presented and tied up. It's very, okay, it completes. I don't think in real life it's so neat.
Yeah.
It's messy. Shit is messy, Everything cannot be like, dot, line.
So is this the space you want to like do stuff on going forward?
I mean, I'd love to do another one, but I'm not doing that now. I'm doing a docu-series on something totally different.
Can you talk about it? Or
No, I can't right now, but it's not crime.
Okay.
Is it romance?
Is it weddings?
Is it reality?
Is it monsoon weddings?
Yeah. Tell us. Shall we guess some more? 10 more things.
Fantastic. Great seeing you after such a long time, Ayesha.
Thank you, Niku.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming and good luck. We look forward to many more shows, True Crime.
Thank you.
But the
Thank you for having me.
next one will be before 2 years. Like, will it be a 2-year gap? What do you
It
think?
seems to be taking 2 years. I don't know why it's taking so long. It takes long, though.
Chalo, excellent. And that's all the video section we have for you. The rest of the podcast is going to be audio only. So to listen to the full unedited audio only version, download the app. Do subscribe to News Laundry. Go to newslaundry.com, click on the subscribe button and pay to keep news free. Download the app and check out all our stuff which is behind the paywall, which other people, mere mortals, don't get. The subscription model is something that keeps News Laundry afloat, but we need hundreds of thousands of people to completely transform the news ecosystem. So you pay for news, so it serves you. So click on the link with this video, subscribe to News Laundry and pay to keep news free. और गर्व से कहो मेरे खर्च पर आज़ाद है खबरें.